On this episode of Salute to the Ears, we are joined by our friend Kharique. You may know him as Kingdakha on YouTube, and we are going to discuss some of our favorite tips so you can get the most enjoyment out of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. This is episode 72 of Salute to the Ears. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Salute to the Ears. As we said last time, this is kind of a little series that we're doing. This time you got me and my friend Kharique. He's back on here with us. And we're
What's up, everybody? Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. We're gonna go over some of our tips of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Good thing we were just kind of talking about this. Good thing you get with the two of us, and Erica may pop in here later, is we kind of emphasize different things because there's a lot to do.
Yeah, 100%. It's just such a big party with so little time that it's just a lot.
Yeah. On the last episode, we kind of went over some of the basics, kind of the 101, some of the, like the cost, the time frame of like when it's going on. So you kind of break it down into three kind of different categories of meet and greets, entertainment, basically being stage shows, parades, fireworks, that kind of stuff, and I guess trick or treating and food.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Yep. If you're a foodie.
Yeah. All three of them can consume your whole night if you just want to concentrate on one. Pretty easy, right?
Very much so.
Okay. So with you being the big meet and greet guy, what's your number one tip when it comes to meet and greets?
So I would definitely just say my number one tip is to plan accordingly to who you want to see, because with Not So Scary meet and greets, you do have characters that are rare and kind of hard to find. You won't find them in the mornings or at the regular park hours. So with Mickey's Not So Scary, they are bringing out a lot of the characters that you normally don't see, which creates long lines for these characters. So you're not able to meet every single character that there is. So, for instance, you have Jack and Sally, who comes out seasonally. You have they were just announced the Seven Dwarfs are coming back because they were missing last year. And it just Ariel and her prince, and then you have Belle and Gaston. So it's a lot of these characters, like I said, that haven't been around often. And when it comes to these parties, you only have 5 hours. So it's best to kind of plan out who you want to see. You're not going to get to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried in past parties, but it just does not hold up because, like you said before, people, you have entertainment to sneak in if that is your thing. If that's not your thing, then you actually might get a lot more meet and greets in rather than sitting there watching the fireworks or watching the parade or watching the stage show. So it's just just prioritizing what you want to do. But meet and greets, definitely write down a list. I honestly want to say write down a list of like 5 main characters that you really want to see, and start with that.
Yeah. When can you start getting in line for those meet and greets?
So for Jack and Sally, I know that once you get your ticket your entry into the party at 3:00, you can start lining up. Now, in previous past parties, they've been in Town Hall next to Mickey Mouse, where Tinkerbell used to meet, but now that is reserved for. I think they're really just reserving that for the holidays because it is such a big draw that they're just going to leave it as is. So they start meeting actually at 4:30. And the party doesn't start till 7, but because they know that the lines for Jack and Sally get so long and so crazy, really, that it was so smart on Disney that they started meeting up at 4:30. Also, another meet and greet in 2019, the Seven Dwarfs, they started meeting actually at 6:00. So if you want, you can line up as early as 3:00 for Jack and Sally. Right when you get your wristbands, head to Times Square, because that's exactly what I do. That line does get long, but like I said, the pro is that let's say if you get in line at 3:30, 4, You'll probably meet them hopefully by 5, 6, because like I said, the lines get long and their interactions are very personable, so it can get a little long. But if you're out by 6, you still have a whole hour of like time just to walk around before the party even starts, and that's already one big meet and greet checked off your list that you don't have to, sit at the party and do. But most of the meet and greets start at 7 on the dot, and you can wait up to an hour. So after I left Jack and Sally last year, I went straight over to see Donald and Daisy in their outfits, their costumes, right. And I waited at 6. And from 6 to 7, I was like number 2 in line. So it was really quick, and yeah, it went by pretty smoothly.
Yeah, I wonder if this year if they're going to have more of the characters kind of wandering around, because they've started doing that a little bit more down in Disney World, where some of them are kind of wandering around.
I've noticed that.
Yeah.
I've noticed that a lot. Like in Hollywood studios, they've started just kind of having them walk around. They have Stitch walking around in Tomorrowland. He's not really stationary anymore, which I think is a great step in the right direction, because it's kind of like Disneyland in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
But also Disney World is so big and vast that it needs kind of that structure of lines and stuff to keep it moving, because everybody is on the time schedule, a time crunch. It is very big, and to see maybe is this character going to be out, maybe am I going to catch him, maybe it's just a lot, and it's a lot to go on. But I think, to be honest, they might have Drizella and Anastasia walking around as walk around characters, and maybe
last year there was Captain Jack walking around when we were there.
Yeah, Jack walks around. He walks around, and they have that new thing that I don't know if you wanted to bring it up, but the new entertainment that's coming to not tomorrow, Adventureland. The pirates, the pirate band.
Oh, so yeah.
Pirate band with the pirates walking around, kind of interacting. So I think Jack would definitely be in the middle of that while he's interacting with guests, and also other pirates from Pirates of the Caribbean, stuff like that, which I think is a great addition. Is something new and something different.
Right.
So we'll see when it comes to characters, because Disney is they've been playing by the Mickey's Not So Scary book for the longest, and it's been like kind of the same. And I've seen a lot of people on Twitter kind of just complain about how it's the same thing every year. But maybe this year they'll throw us something different.
Yeah. One of my tips is, so we're big on rides. We really enjoy them, especially the overlays. And during this party, there's some rides with overlays. And one of the big ones is Space Mountain, which is just pitch black.
It's so cool.
It's cool. Brace yourself. You're going to have to go to the chiropractor like straight after. Or the other one that we really, really enjoy is Pirates during this, because you have live action actors down in there. Whether you're in the queue or they're actually in the ride, it's fun.
So one thing that I noticed that I've kind of been like looking on the website and stuff, I noticed that they didn't announce the rides that were getting the overlays, because even if it was the same ones as every other year, they would usually still announce them. But I haven't seen anything. I don't know if anything's going to change. Like, are they going to bring that back? Because it did mention that there would some rides would be getting special overlays, but they never mentioned which ones. Because I think they were toying with Monsters. What was that? The Monsters Inc. The comedy thing. Yeah, that I don't think that one was getting over there. They said they weren't going to bring that back, but I don't know. I haven't seen anything on it, but I really hope they do, because, like you said, Space Mountain, pitch black, super cool. It's like it's I don't know to you, but it's faster to me. It seems faster.
It feels like it's 100 times faster. It's right. When we say like pitch black, we mean like pitch black. Like you can't see your hand in front of your face.
Nope. And that is so cool.
Yeah. But like, for real, brace yourself going through that thing, because Disney World's is already rough to begin with. It's even rougher when you can't have any idea whatsoever what's coming.
Exactly. Even if you've ridden the ride 1,000 times, you still feel like it's a brand new ride. You don't know what's going on or where it's going to drop or whatever. It's just crazy.
Yeah. No, it's good. But with those rides, one thing we started doing was those special ones like that, trying to wait until closer to the end of the night,
Yeah,
because
that makes
everyone,
sense.
like all the ride people, are rushing to those right at the beginning. And if you're getting there as soon as you can, you're still running into some of the people who are already there during the day to begin with.
Yep.
And the overlay really isn't going to start until the party actually starts.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
So
For me, I think the only ride that I've done, I've done the Space Mountain one, and
mhm.
I was gonna do it last year, but the lines were just too long, and I'm like, I don't
Yeah,
want to wait in this line. And it's crazy because I'm like, I don't want to wait in this line for this ride, but I wait in line for characters, and it just kind of doesn't make any sense in my
yeah,
head, but it is what
yeah,
it is.
yeah. We each got
So
our.
what I'll end up doing is teacups. I'll do the
Mm.
teacups overlay because they just changed the music and the lights. And I'm like one of the few people that can actually stand the teacups, and I'll spin it as fast as I can. And
Oh
with the
boy.
orange and purple lights and stuff like that, I think it looks cool. I think it's a cool overlay that one doesn't have a crazy long line if you do want to see something that's a little different.
Hmm.
Um, and then, like I said, it's just short. And then right afterwards, I'll probably go meet Alice and the Mad Hatter, or the not evil queen,
The
Queen of
Queen of
Hearts,
Hearts.
Tudo the
Yeah,
Intruder.
yeah.
Depends.
No, there is definitely way more characters out during this time. So if you can plan it to go do a ride and then hit some of the characters around there,
Mhm.
like try and knock out a bunch of stuff so you're not wasting time like going from one end of the park to the other. Like
Exactly.
it's not a quick walk.
And pro tip for anybody listening, that if you are planning to do a meet and greet with, let's say, I want to say Alice, Mad Hatter, or Queen of Hearts, either one, whoever's in the parade, if they're meeting, they would have to leave for the parade. So let's say if you're gonna watch the first parade at 9:30, or 9 o'clock, I don't remember what the
Yeah.
times, but if you're gonna watch it, they're gonna be gone because they have to go be in the parade. Or if you're gonna watch it at was it 11 something, then they're gonna be at the parade. They're gonna be gone. So
Hmm.
that's just a heads up. If you are planning on seeing one of those characters, they will not be there.
Yeah. One of the other rides that kind of combines kind of a character meet and greet, not like a character everybody knows, but a live action performer with say entertainment in a ride is Haunted Mansion, because you get the
Oh yeah.
lady and the butler out front, and they're funny, man.
Yes.
They crack me up every
They're
time.
really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I can sit there and watch them interact with people. I think that's like really funny. Everything is so funny. And then I know they added a second ghost. I know her name was Carlotta, was one of them. I don't remember the
Hmm.
other one. I
Yeah.
don't remember the butler, but there was another woman, and she was actually out walking and walking like around the mansion. But the
Right.
one on the grass looked like a little show. I think that's really awesome. A haunted mansion is a must that I try to do at
Yeah.
the end of the party. But if I
Yeah.
can, I can. If I can, I can. But
Yeah.
just to at least see the facade of the haunted mansion lit up with the fog and everything, I would go just to see that because it's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's, if you get a chance too, they have some decent, if you like doing the photo ops, like the photo pass stuff, they have a good photo pass there as well that you can't get any other time other than during the party.
Yep. That's
So
another line that gets too long, very long, is the photo pass. Like even
yeah.
now they have like 3D setups. I saw last year they had one for like Hocus Pocus 2 and stuff like
Hmm.
that. So the 3D setups are very popular nowadays, and those lines can get really, really long too. But if that's one of your preferences, you think the photo ops are really cool,
Hmm.
then go ahead and do them. But for me, that's a skip because that's just a waste of time to stand in the line for.
Right. Right. It's, we try and if we're gonna hit them, we're gonna hit them when those lines are short.
Yes.
Um, like we did a headless horseman one, and we thought the line was short last year, but the person or a couple people in front of us wanted multiple shots in different angles, so it took a really long time. The
Yep.
photo pass person was awesome, but they were definitely getting frustrated. So just be aware
Of course.
that may happen. It may
Yep.
happen.
One of the best photo op, actually, sorry,
You go
before I
ahead.
move on, but if you wanna, and I don't like saying push it, but if you want to stay in the parks a little bit, let's just a tad bit longer, before while it's over,
Mm-hmm.
The pumpkins in front of the parks. If you want a shot right in front, right in the middle, you can actually stay back, and they'll have the photographer out until, I think, let's say the party ends at 12. The photographer should be there until like 12:45. So
Nice.
they won't cut off that line to take a picture, with the castle in the background and the pumpkins on the side. They'll still be there until 12:45, and then they'll cut off the line, and then people officially got to leave by 1. So
Yeah.
just saying, if you want to do that.
Yeah. We're just kind of throwing out a bunch of different tips as we go here. It's kind of as they're hitting
I'm
our
sorry.
head here.
That's why it's like,
No,
if
no,
it
no. That's how
pops
my
in my
brain
head,
works. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, if it just pops in my head, I'm like, I gotta say it because I'm gonna forget it.
Yeah.
If I let
The
it
one
later.
I'm gonna say is we keep talking about doing stuff at the end of the night, but don't push everything off until the end of the night, because the next thing you know, your 5 hours is going to be 2, and you still have to watch the parade, and you got 6 different treats you want to get or whatever, and all the stuff you want to do, and you're like, oh no, I just wasted a bunch of time.
So, question: what is your favorite time to watch the parade?
So this is hard because we've done it a couple of different ways. We've done it to where we've hit the hub and we've watched the parade, and then that's immediately followed up by the fireworks show. We've done that, which is nice because you just knock both of them out all at once, and you got the rest of the night to do whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that parade is without a doubt the most crowded parade of them too. So
Yep.
I think last year actually what we did, we ended up going closer down to like Frontierland to watch the parade, which we thought was a great idea, but then at the last second a bunch of people got in front of us, so whatever. Like it wasn't. Problem was it was raining, and so if you want less of a crowd, hit the last one, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we kind of like the getting it all knocked out at once. Watch the parade, watch the fireworks, then we'll go do whatever, and then hit the Hocus Pocus show at the end of the night. Hit the last one of those.
Yep.
Because there's not as much of a crowd, and
you have a similar way of thinking. Okay.
Yeah, it's because then you can get a little closer to the stage, and maybe you can take your time on the way out and get some pictures or whatever where there's not as many people there.
Exactly.
I think that's kind of our preference.
For me, I always say, and I hear everybody say it, second parade is the best parade, less people.
Right.
But I'm just so, what's the word? I get overtly hyper, like not hyper, but overexcited. And I just can't wait. Like I have this thing where I'm just like, I'm in my head, I want to wait till the second parade, but it's like, oh my gosh, it's about to start. Let me go find a place now.
Right.
So I'll always watch the first parade, even though it is a little crowded. What I did last year was I actually got a pretty good spot in what is it called? It's when you're where is it called? It's right next to Sleepy Hollow. The restaurant, not the restaurant, the quick Sleepy Hollow.
Oh, is that the Friar's Nook? Is that what's there, or
No. The one is where the guillotine is, where like it's in America, like the
oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I'm blanking right now.
Right. Yeah. Gosh, you talking about Liberty Tree? No.
Yes.
At that part.
Yeah. So it's like around that. It's around that. It's right next to where the president's Lincoln
is.
Yeah. Okay. So I stood there and I got a really good spot, to be honest. Like there was nobody in front of me. They were just about to rope it off, and it was perfect. I watched that. Then after they roped it up, I followed behind the parade, and then I got a spot right in front for the fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I was literally right in the middle. It was empty. I think people wanted to go do other things and not wait for the fireworks, or I don't know what people were thinking, but I got a really good spot because I wanted to see the Jack Skellington puppeteer with the fireworks. Freaking amazing. Freaking awesome. Just to see it up close. It was actually really cool. But I think that I'm gonna try to do that this year. I'm gonna try to emulate that. Probably stand somewhere close to where I was before, and then just make my way to the front for the fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
God willing, hopefully it doesn't rain. But like I said, you watched the last Hocus Pocus shows, less people, same with
Right.
us. I got super close to the stage the last time. There's really nobody there that much, but
Yeah.
that's basically we were basically on the same page. I kind of
Right.
agree with that.
Yeah, we got lucky last year with that Hocus Pocus show because Erica made her way up there and she was saving a spot. I think I went to go get like a drink or something and started to make our way up there. And people were like, "Oh, come on in!" Like they're like, "We've already seen it." Like we worked our way like all the way up towards the front. Like
Oh, shoot.
yeah, yeah. And even if you're not the biggest Hocus Pocus person in the world, like that show's still entertaining.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah.
Are you the biggest
I,
Hocus
I am
Pocus
I,
fan?
I am not the biggest Hocus Pocus person in the world. I know it's
Let me ask you, why not? What deters you from Hocus Pocus?
I
I'm gonna trail off real quick.
yeah, no, it's fine. For me, I think it was like about the time period it came out. Like that was a time period when I would have been like 14-ish,
Okay. Okay.
15-ish. So I was like high school guy, like into sports. May have liked Disney, but I wasn't saying I liked Disney. You know, it was trying to find myself. So I really wasn't watching Hocus Pocus.
I get it.
And it,
Completely understand.
yeah, and it was just kind of a rough time in life, and it's just never caught on with me. Like
Makes sense.
I like the characters. Like I sat down and watched two with Erica in Brooklyn. Like it's on in our house a lot. It
Yeah.
just it's
It's never
not
been your
mine.
thing.
Yeah,
It's never been your
yeah,
thing, and I respect it. I was just messing with you
yeah. No,
because
it's good. No worries.
I love
No
anything
worries.
Halloween. I'm a very big Halloween fan, so that's like I'm really big on Nightmare Before Christmas, especially
Yeah,
because it like coincides like my two favorite holidays of all time, like Halloween and Christmas. So
yeah,
that's why I really do love it. And then anything else, Hocus Pocus, Halloween Town, stuff like that. I grew up on that because I'm
yeah,
a 1992 baby, so anything from
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
my thing.
Yeah, I'm a little
So
before that, so
exactly. So back to the party. Um, Now, do you, what's the word? How do you manage the food? Do you guys try any treats? Like, how much do you get? Like, what do you guys
yeah.
try?
So usually we'll hit like each one of us will say we'll get a couple like maybe two or three things that are like top of our list.
Mm.
And if we remember, we grab them. But sometimes we're so focused on doing as much as we can, we don't always
Yeah.
hit it. And last year it was raining, so
Mm.
unless we were going to go sit down in somewhere and eat, um, we weren't getting them. Like, because a lot of times what we'll do is we'll go grab a couple and then we'll wait for the parade. We'll eat them as we're
Yeah.
waiting for the parade or the fireworks show or something. So we're still using that time to knock out some stuff that we had on our list. We're not
Yeah.
just sitting there.
Makes
Um,
sense.
yeah. Problem is where a lot of those treats are, they're kind of spread out like all over the
Yes.
park, and
That's a
it's
huge problem. Huge problem.
typically the ones I want and the ones she want are like from like 4 different corners.
Mm-hmm.
So it can be rough. And if there's ice cream, that sucker's gonna melt fast. So
Yeah.
it's going. It's even in August, September, October even. We've been down there and it's been warm, so it's gonna melt fast. What are your thoughts on the food?
I'm kind of on the same boat as you. It's really hard to, well, especially for me being a vlogger, I kind of at least want to try something or get
Right.
something from there because, they are the specialty trees and they look amazing when
Yeah.
they drop them on the Disney Parks
Yeah.
blog. And in my head, if I'm running around and I'm near a certain spot, I'll be like, oh wait, that's right, they have a treat here, so I'll just go to that certain spot. Like last year, I think I was trying to make my way to the last show, and it was probably like 11 something, and I was walking past, and I remember that there was a Dole Whip, a Halloween Dole Whip, and I didn't particularly want it, but I'm like, you know what, I'm here, I'll just buy it and try it. It wasn't the greatest, but it was just
Yeah.
something, and at least I tried something on the list, and I had to pick something up because I noticed I was running around, and I'm like, I'm not eating. Like I'm
Right.
doing all this running around, and I'm not eating. So I kind of took time to pause, get something, and it was like one of the specialty items. Wherever you stop, wherever you go, if you're in Tomorrowland, if you're in Adventureland, Fantasyland, one of those places are bound to have a specialty snack somewhere. So even if it something wasn't on your list and you saw something that might catch your eye year round, try it. Why not?
Right.
Because that's kind of the whole point of being at those parties, is that you don't want to get something generic and boring that you can get in the morning. You want to try something different, something new. So if you can try to fit it in, do that. But if that, like, food is your thing and really nothing else, you want to go there for the food and then maybe go see entertainment, that is the easiest thing that you can do. You start the morning, you start the day at 7, start the party at 7, head straight to the first place you want to eat, go try that.
Yep.
Head to the next place, try that, and then you have until 9:30 until the first, the first parade is. So you have from 7 to 9:30 to try all these snacks, and then so on and so forth. So not a big.
And not everything is like super sweet dessert either. There's like this year there's a spicy chicken sandwich, and there's usually a burger, and like there's different things you can get as well.
Yeah.
Some savory things. Not everything is like a super sweet dessert.
And this year they definitely upped the savory menu like a lot.
Yeah.
And I was kind of very surprised by that, because it's like, oh, they actually have like real chefs making this list right now. So I'm intrigued, to say the least, of what what it would taste like, because there are certain things, but like you said, we're not gonna get to all of them,
No.
like we want to, but just to at least try three and I'm good.
Yep. And when we're talking about food, you just had a new video come out today on YouTube, and you were talking about things to not do. And I think one of the big things to remember when you're talking about food and you're talking about the party is do not go and make a dinner reservation.
Yes, I think that is one of the most pointless things to do, especially at a Halloween party, at a hard-ticketed event that you paid for extra to do. Now, like I said, if you're a food person and you personally bought that ticket just so you can get into, Be Our Guest or Cinderella's table, I forget the name. I'm terrible with names right now. Yeah. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But if that's what you're there for, then completely cool. But you don't want to waste almost 2 hours of party time. Precious party time. There's so much to do, so much to eat. It's just a no in my book.
Yeah. Yeah, I think my thing is on those party days, a lot of times the crowds during the day at that park are already lower to begin with. Chances are, if you really want a dinner reservation or a reservation at like Be Our Guest or Cinderella's Royal Table, you might be able to get it during the day for like lunch or
100%.
or a late lunch or something, and then you can go get that like spicy chicken sandwich or whatever for an early dinner before that party starts.
Exactly. And like I said, the menu this year is way more savory, so that's a dinner in itself. Like, you don't need to spend $80 something or $60 something on a dinner, which is cool.
Yeah.
If you're not doing the Halloween party.
Right. But they're not doing anything extra special during that. It's just, hey, you got a dinner reservation.
Yeah, really. That's really, and it might be just like less crowded.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure what the draw is with that. But if that's what you're into, so be it. More power to you.
Yeah. Yep. And another thing that like you and I were talking about, and you also talked about again on your YouTube, was go into this thing with a plan. Like there are certain things you can kind of wing when you go to Disney World. Like, I think for the most part, you still have to have at least a loose plan of what you're going to do whenever you go to the parks. But this, I think you really need to have more of an idea what you're going to do, or you're going to be chasing your tail the whole time.
Exactly.
And you're going to miss more than what you were meaning to.
Yeah. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that, but I want to get back to something that I've been meaning to ask you, because it hasn't really happened to me. So what he said is 100% right. You need to go in with a plan. It's like, now let's say you have a family of 4 or 5. Everybody wants to do different things. Right. That's the hard part about it. But if you sit down ahead of time, and especially if you're a planner like I am, it's just a little bit easier to know what people want to do, and then you go based off that.
Right.
Now, if you have people that want to run around, we're of age and you can do whatever you want, go ahead and split up. If you're with the party, split up. This is not the time to want to stick together and argue about, oh no, I want to go do this. Just go.
Yeah.
Just go, because we don't have the time. You don't have that luxury of like, oh, you know what, we'll go do this and then we'll do the. Just go split up. This is you paid your money. You might as well have that plan to do whatever the heck you want to do.
Yeah.
But like for me, this morning, I was at work and I was kind of bored, and I'm like, you know what? Let me plan out the top 5 meet and greets that I want to do. Then I said, I wrote down the times for the parade, the fireworks, and then the stage show. I always do the last stage show. That's the last thing I end with because I want to be in the park a little longer, and I just want a smaller crowd, like we spoke about. And then I'll always throw in the one ride that I would want to do. And since I'm going with somebody else this year, I asked her, hey, what do you want to do? It's not about me anymore. We always have to ask, what do you want to do? So you can always correlate what, everything. And she's very on board with, she's kind of like, whatever. She's like, she calls me her Disney guide. So whatever I want to do, she knows that I like to have fun. She's been with me before. So she gives me the full reign. So I write the stuff down and I just see okay, check this off. I'm going to do this first. It's just easier. It's easier like that.
Yeah.
My bad.
No, you're good. And being somebody who's gone with a group of 4 or 5 before, it can get hard. And those 4 or 5 were my family. So it's like trying to please everybody when one's my daughter and one's my son, and they like each went different things. Like there was some planning to like try and figure out how to get the most bang for our buck. I think you have to realize whenever you go in, even with the best plan, you're not gonna get everything done.
No.
You're gonna miss stuff. And 2, your plan's not gonna go to plan. Like
exactly.
It's not gonna be perfect. It's not gonna be perfect. Like don't let that take you down. Like the whole reason why you're there is to have fun. Like putting out the plan is going to maybe help you get as much fun as possible, but don't be afraid to go away from it as well. Just don't get too far away from it, because then, like I said, you're gonna just be chasing your tail the whole time.
Yeah, that's why most of the time I really just forget a top 5. I have a top 3, so I'll know that once I get these done, I'm satisfied. You can or even just have the number one thing that you really want to do, so that you feel like this was worth it. If I don't do the other things, I'm not that upset about it. But this one thing made me happy, and I feel like I got my money's worth, stuff like that. So I definitely just say, just pick something that makes you happy. That's it. That's really it.
Yeah. And one of the things that's different about this party compared to the other ones at Disney World is there's trick-or-treating, which for some, it's not that big of a deal. When you have kids, it's a big deal. Like they want to hit all those spots. And if you're a candy person, like Erica's got a big sweet tooth. Like she likes her candy. Be prepared. If you're rolling through without kids, they might not give you as much. Like we figured that out last year. Like going through with kids, like we're getting handfuls at a time. And there were times last year where there'd be a couple of them that they're just giving us handfuls because it's not their candy. It's like basically unlimited for them, right?
Exactly.
And then there'd be somebody else who'd be like, oh, here's your one piece. Like, so be prepared. If you're an adult going through, or even a late teen going through, you may not get as much candy as you do with younger kids. But the one thing we have learned, I know we keep saying don't push everything off to the end of the night, but trick-or-treating at the end of the night, it's one, those lines aren't as long, because there's some of those that get really long. Like there's one that goes through, that goes through like goes through where Tiki's at, and that line's long and doesn't move real fast.
Which
and
to
then
me is crazy, because it's like candy boop go, candy boop. You would think those lines should move that fast, but not really.
No, that one moves pretty slow. The one for Monsters Inc. can go kind of slow, but that one's good because you actually get it in 2 spots. You get candy on your way in, and then you got the show. You can sit there and watch the show and watch them interact.
Yep.
and then get it again on the way out. So there's actually a lot in Tomorrowland to do.
There is.
Like,
Now that I think
yeah,
about it.
yeah, a lot of candies, overlays, couple characters, different food, either at Anti-Gravities or
Starlight Cafe.
yeah, there you go. I was trying to remember what it was called. So you
Out of
got
all
the name
the
that
out of
time.
all the eateries, that's the one I remember. But
Yeah. Yeah, and the funny thing is, every time we go with the kids, kind of off topic again, but we'll go like we're not eating there, and then we end up eating there.
you end up
Like
eating there. Yep.
every
It's
time.
convenient. It just seems like it's convenient. It's like big.
Yeah.
It's right there in the middle. Especially if you're about to pass it, it's just like, why not? Whatever.
Yeah.
I'll just go there. So I
Yeah.
agree with that.
Yeah, and I'm like,
My favorite candy spot is actually Monsters Inc. Like
yeah,
that.
no, it is a good one.
You get out of the heat a little bit. You get to kind of just walk through, sit there. If you want to sit, like you said, you sit, and then you have 2 candy spots, so it's great. It's funny. I was thinking about the candy spots and how you say you got very little, but then if you go over to Oogie Boogie Bash, you get the same bag that they give you at Mickey's Not So Scary, but there's at least 4.
Mm-hmm.
4 treat barrels for each treat station, character station that they have. And when I tell you, they I had to throw candy away because I couldn't keep fitting it. And then I would have to say, no, I don't want any more because I didn't know where to put it. Like, it was so much candy with like that they were giving you over in Oogie Boogie Bash. But you're right about Mickey's Not So Scary, where some can be scarce for candy, some can be just like overzealous with candy, just give it to you, whatever, they don't care. But I mean, I don't have a sweet tooth like that. I love the chocolate. They don't have Reese's in it, unfortunately, and Reese's is like my number one. So I mean, if they give me what they give me, that's fine. But to trick or treat in the parks, it is a perk and is a plus. So it's something that I try to at least do like once or twice, just because it's a part of the Halloween feel.
Yeah.
So it's something that I like to do.
Yeah, no, I'm sure we'll hit some lines, but it'll probably be closer to the end of the night, like I said, because one, they're trying to empty their barrels, and 2, I don't want to hold that around all night.
Literally, which makes me wonder how much candy are they holding? Because mind you, they have like 20-something parties, and those big barrels of candy, like it's just crazy.
I've had cast members tell me before that they're like, it's pretty much impossible for us to run out.
Damn.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Yeah.
That's just like it's just crazy. It's a crazy like realization that they can't run out.
They said they try to get as close to the bottom as they can each night. But they said if they get to the bottom, that they'll just ask for more and they'll bring out more.
That is crazy. That is crazy. But you know what? That's Halloween, and you expect the kids to trick or treat, and they expect that to be gone. So you know what? More power to them. They're spending it. It is what it is.
Right.
Now, question: have you ever done the? There's one show that I don't have younger kids, just because I don't.
Right.
Have you ever been to the dance party, the Disney Dreams, like to even check it out? Because I'm like I've been in the circus area, but I've never checked it out and it peeked in or anything like that. Have you ever done that?
No, I don't remember it over there. I remember there used to be. I feel like when we took our kids and they were little, that it was over in Tomorrowland.
Yes, like, there's a dance party in Tomorrowland. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We never went over to like that area. Whenever they were older and all that stuff was going on over there, because I mean, that Brooklyn may have enjoyed it, but she may have even been a little older. And then last year it was just Erica and I, so I felt kind of weird going over there and hanging out at the dance party.
You know what? Same. I went over to the Monsters Inc. dance party, just watching and just seeing how it was. And does sound weird because you're a little older, but I was kind of like singing and just dancing. Like the cast members are there too, and they're dancing by themselves, just trying to engage people. So I mean, it can be a little awkward, but if I have now my friend is going, if I dance with my friend, like it just eases the weirdness a little bit.
Right.
But even to anybody listening, like if you want to dance, just dance. Like don't be
absolutely
nervous. Nobody's looking at you. Nobody cares unless somebody points you out, or if you're dancing with a character, that's completely fine. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that's what you're there to do. You're there to be a kid and have fun and not really worry about what people are thinking, because I mean, everybody's there for the same thing. That's have fun,
Right.
Halloween fun, good Halloween fun. But I wouldn't do that over at the Disney Juniors dance party.
Yeah.
But I always wanted to peek my head in just to see what it looks like. Just because, I'm curious. I'm just naturally curious. I want to see, what's going on over there. But other than that,
Right.
do not shy away from the dance parties. I hear
No.
this year they're doing the Max is actually
Oh,
walking around with
nice.
his dance crew, and he's going to be having random dance parties around Magic Kingdom before he goes to Main Street before the parade starts. So I thought that was something new and different that they're trying to do. So another walk around character, technically dance around character that's actually might sound cool. Hopefully I get to run into him while he's in a part of the park and see what happens.
Yeah, no, I was this close to picking up a Powerline jersey the other day when I was out. It just I can't pull off basketball jerseys well at all. That's
really.
Yeah.
Listen,
No,
you
I
got
just can't.
you got the backwards hat. I feel like all you got to do is throw on a jersey and
They look weird on me. It's like my shoulders or something. I don't know. Like I can wear like baseball jerseys, all that. Like I wear all that stuff and they look fine. I can't pull off like a tank top or a jersey. It's weird. Yeah. So I was like, I talked myself out of it.
Are you dressing up this year?
We are. We're actually trying to figure out how we're going to do a rail for it.
Okay.
But it's it's more like Disney bounding than dressing up.
Makes sense.
We're.
Do you want to save it for later, or do you want to?
No, we'll go ahead and say it now, and then we'll do a reel too as well with it and showing it. But we're going to be Donald and Daisy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
And we're like, she's wearing like a white skirt and like the pink shirt and she made a headband and then I just got like white shorts and a blue shirt and a bow tie and like a yellow belt and
simple as that. You guys gotta go. You guys gotta meet him now. Like now that I know you're not a character person, you gotta see it. You gotta see it.
So what we're talking about doing is, cause we're gonna be at Magic Kingdom that day. The best place to find Donald and Daisy is actually over in Hollywood Studios.
Yes.
Like they're over there a lot. So we're talking about going back a little bit early, go ahead and get our stuff on, go over to Hollywood Studios to see if we can find them, get some pictures, and then go back over to Magic Kingdom. So.
Well, definitely check the My Disney Experience app because now I know that Donald is meeting out again. He's by Echo Lake. We're over by the Indiana Jones. Section. But it's a weird spot, but he should be on the map, so definitely check that out.
Yeah, we found him. Really cool. We found him and Daisy there last year when we went, and they were like walking around like holding hands and they were together. So if we could find them together like that again, like that'd be awesome. But
that actually would be really cool.
Yeah, no, that's like one of the things that's more or less out of my control that Erica wants for her birthday.
Yeah.
That day is her birthday. So
you gotta do it. You have to.
Yeah. We gotta try and find them. Yeah. And she wants them in their normal clothes, not necessarily in their costume. So.
Their costume makes sense. Obviously, you're bounding as them. You wanna.
Right. Yeah.
Show off, really.
Yeah. Yeah. Might get some good pictures and stuff out of there. Some good content too. So.
You gotta see it. You gotta post.
There's not a whole lot of people that are gonna go rolling around Hollywood Studios dressed up like Donald and Daisy. At least I don't see it a whole lot. Like you get some Mickey and Minnie.
A lot, yeah.
Yeah, and all the Star Wars stuff over there. You don't get a whole lot of Donald and Daisy. So.
But you're definitely gonna stand out. You're definitely gonna stand out.
Yeah. What about you?
I don't usually dress up for the parties because I feel like it's just I don't know why.
It's hard.
Not even that it's hard. It's just it's so hot and I don't want to be uncomfortable. Yeah. And most of the time I'm just in a t-shirt. And so this year I actually have and I love the t-shirts that I pick out. Sometimes like last year I just kind of went simple. This year I got I don't know if you ever heard of Halloween Town.
Yeah.
Disney Channel. So it's the 30th anniversary of Halloween Town and I got this 25th, sorry. This really cool t-shirt. With Halloween Town on the back, and then there was like Benny the skeleton on the back. I mean the front of it, on the back, whatever. So just a Halloween Town shirt. I got orange shorts, and then just black pants with the Mickey headband, with the pumpkin headband. So it's just really just a Halloween outfit. Nothing crazy, nothing.
Yeah. That's what we did. That's what we did last year. Like last year, Erica just wore like a Hocus Pocus shirt, and then I had a Sleepy Hollow like Headless Horseman shirt.
Yeah.
Because I absolutely love the Headless Horseman, like beginning that parade.
So, actually, speaking of the Headless Horseman, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
So you said before that you have it was raining.
Yeah.
So did it rain throughout most of the night? Because usually if it rains, the Headless Horseman doesn't come out. But
Yeah.
I saw in your last reel that
Right.
blew up, he was out.
Right.
So I thought that was kind of crazy.
Yeah, no, you're like reading my mind because that's where I was headed there.
Okay.
So we were there for the first parade and it was raining and he didn't come out, and I was like, man, I was kind of disappointed. And the second parade was getting ready to come along, and we were just having to be over by the hub, and this spot just like opened up for us. And we're like,
Wow,
let's just wait right here. And sure enough, that's when he came like around the hub, and we were able to get the video of him with the castle in the background, and the castle's all orange, and it just was kind of rough that night because it had just rained, so it was like super humid, and some of the video was kind of because of that. So, but yeah, no, out of all the reels and stuff that Eric has done, and the one with the not the greatest footage, that's the one that blew up.
That blows up. You never know with social media these days.
Yeah.
So random. But yeah, how long did it rain? Because I know that we're going during hurricane season. It is going to be raining probably in the morning or the afternoon. Was it raining all the time for you? Because I know most people get nervous about the parties and it being rained out. Like last year, the first Mickey's Not So Scary, it almost rained out the whole night. And they did the parade when it finally stopped, and they did half of the stage shows. They only did the ending of the stage show. So I just want to know if it rained for your party. Like, what did you do?
I'm trying to remember. It rained a good chunk of it. And I remember talking to the cast member, and they're like, yeah, all these August and September ones, it will rain a lot. And we went exact same time last year, so there had been like 4 parties. And at that point, they're like, it's rained every single one of them. So be prepared for that. But it didn't rain the whole time for us. It rained, I want to say like the first half, and then it let up. Like they still fired off the fireworks. We got the full parade the second time around, and I think the Hocus Pocus show goes 3 times?
Yes, 5 times actually.
Oh, okay. And then like I feel like maybe the first one we didn't get, but after that we got the rest of them.
Okay.
So, yeah, but if it's raining or if there's a threat of rain, the Headless Horseman's not coming out.
Got you. Okay.
And I think that's a safety concern with the horse coming down there, especially considering that was the same horse that whenever Disney World first opened back up after COVID, that Merida was riding, and a balloon spooked it, and the kid ran out and threw Merida off the horse, and it was So
that was scary.
They tried to be extra safe with that.
Of course. All right. So, because I always have that in the back of my mind, I'm like, so I think out of like the 5 parties that I've done in my life, I think it rained during 2 of them, but it was just such a coincidence that we stopped to go eat, and while we were eating, it rained, and once it stopped, that's when we left, and we just kind of did the whole party. In my last party last year, it didn't rain at all. Like it rained in the morning. I mean, it rained in the afternoon, and it like stopped right until 7. And then it was like dry the whole night, which I was just completely shocked. So hoping and praying it doesn't happen this year. Hope if it's a sprinkle, I'll take it. But other than that,
I mean, the only cool thing about it was because it had been hot during the day and it rained, it made it kind of foggy. So it kind of like set the scene a little bit. Yeah. It made it hard to take good pictures and get like any good video or anything like that. So
of course.
You have to kind of weigh it just a little bit. Trying to think any other big tips we're leaving out that you can think of.
Rainy day, go with the plan, dress according to,
I'm gonna throw one out here, and you kind of hit this on your video again. Sorry, I'm not trying to take all your things from your YouTube.
Take it.
If you are gonna dress up in costume and you want to ride rides, think about that beforehand. Like,
Yeah,
if you're wearing a big bulky ride or a big bulky costume and you want to get on a ride,
that's a
like
good one. That's a
your
good
big
one.
bulky dress is not fitting on Big Thunder Mountain.
Hmm.
Like,
Or definitely
so
like Space Mountain. It's definitely
right,
not Space Mountain.
yeah,
As tight as that is. So
yeah. You have to think about what you're wearing before you get on there. And Erica and I kind of hit this one before. Like, if you're a young adult, late teens, early 20s, like, be aware that there's going to be families around as well. Like,
yeah, I heard that in your last podcast. You're right. Like you have to
yeah,
be mindful that this is Disney World. It's not Halloween Horror
yeah.
Night.
You don't want them to have to pull you off to the side and say, "Hey, you can't wear that in here," or "You got to wear this T-shirt over your costume to begin with."
Mhm.
Like, um, yeah, think about what you're wearing before you come in.
Exactly. And
There's a lot.
like I said for my video, it's gonna be hot. So just try not to wear
Yeah.
anything bulky, long sleeve, thick material.
Yep.
Just modify the costume if you
Yeah.
can. It's just gonna be hot. It's
Yep.
Florida.
Yep. Yep.
You
That's
can't
absolutely
deny
what
it.
we did. We modified ours. Like, I'm not about to be hot. This is the first time like we've bounded for this. Like, it's usually been a T-shirt, even if it was a whole family. Like, we've done a Toy Story one year, like where we had
Like
like
the t-shirt version.
it was like I had like a Woody shirt and Erica had a Bo Peep shirt and I think Jackson had a Woody jersey. Like, it was something along those lines, like all the way
Yeah.
through. Like, but this is the first year where we've been like in costume or bounding for
And
it.
you know
So
what? That's cool. Honestly,
yeah,
that's cool. I like when people dress up. I don't know why I haven't really like. I mean, I wanted to dress up, and I'm low key thinking about doing. I said it before on my channel that I want to do Hercules,
yeah,
but I was thinking about doing it for Disney World, but I think I might just save that for Oogie Boogie Bash.
yeah,
If not, I'll just wear it for regular Halloween. Me and my friends, we still do dress up. There
yeah.
is no shame in dressing
No,
as
like
Halloween.
yeah, we have a big pirates theme here. With all the haunted mansion stuff coming out, we thought about splurging and just having like a whole haunted mansion scene in front of our house. But
That's actually really cool.
it would be really cool. But there's a lot of people be like, "What's that?" Like, everybody knows the pirates theme. Like, everyone's seen the movie, so
Of
it
course.
works out well. But yeah, trying to think if there's any other big tips. Nothing else I can really think of. Like,
Me neither. I think we
biggest it's have
covered.
fun. Like, go have
Yeah.
fun. That's the whole reason why you're there, right?
Hmm.
And it's not going to go perfect. You can't control everything. You definitely can't control the weather.
Not at
Um,
all.
yeah,
But
it's
there's still things that you can do, even if it does rain,
yeah,
or there's still things that you can do that if you missed, like, I don't know, if you missed something, just go replace that and go do something else. But just
right.
learn to
There,
have fun.
yeah,
Nothing's going to be, if you're good there to vlog and you don't get that perfect shot, who cares?
yeah,
Who
yeah,
cares?
yeah.
You
Go there,
know?
be a kid. That's why we're there, right?
Exactly. And that's
Yeah,
that's the number one reason why I'm there. So I can be a kid in Disney World at Halloween time and just go trick or
yeah,
treating and dressing up and being with my friends and having fun. And that's
yep,
it. That's
yeah,
really it. There is no other plan but to have fun. There's no other tips and tricks that we can give you that hopefully you listen to that we could say because it's all on you and it's all on your family and just whatever you guys decide to do.
yeah. Nope, I agree 100%. There's enough stress and stuff outside of there that we deal with every day. Go there, have fun. Like, that's the whole reason why we're going. That's why you spent all that money. Whether you're going as it's a solo trip, you're going as a couples trip, or we're just with some friends, or you're taking your family. Like, you spent a lot of money to be there. Enjoy it.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's yep, and let other people enjoy it too.
Oh,
It's yep. So yeah, I think we hit it all right there.
I think we
So
did.
yeah, I'm gonna tell people to go and find you on YouTube at Kingdakha.
Yes,
Right?
sir. Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Yep. Follow and subscribe. You won't regret it. Do fantastic with meet and greets. You do a great job of showing us the parks. You're kind of like you're like us. You don't live close, so you don't get to go that
Exactly.
often. It's
Exactly.
it's it. I wish I lived close. I know that, so I could go more and cover more. But yeah,
Exactly.
we go when we
But
can.
make do it what we got. And
Yeah, that's
honestly,
right.
I love that like little tidbit. I love that we don't live close because it makes us more excited to go, and it makes us want to
Right.
go even more, and it's just like we get to appreciate it more.
Yeah.
Not saying that people that live there don't appreciate it, but you kind of lose that spark a little bit. You keep going over
Mm-hmm.
and over. But I like to kind of space it out a little bit, give myself a
Yeah.
break, and get more excited. It's nothing
Yep.
like getting excited for a Disney trip. So
Yeah. I agree. So thank you very much once again for being on here.
of course, thanks for having me.
We love having you on here. And I'm going to tell people, go out and find your joy and have a magical week.